Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog in the movies. Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog has appeared in films such as Gino's Italian Escape 2013, Oddball 2015. Breed standards may change over time. Both appearance standards and standards regarding breed character or working qualities may change. The works of art of the early years depict the most typical representatives of the breeds of that time. Comparing with the modern appearance of the breed, you will be able to assess how much the breed has changed over time. Also of interest are archival photographs of specific breeds, which you can find on the internet in specialized forums about the breed. Historical reference of the breed and subgroup. The Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog, or Maremma, is a breed of shepherd dog bred to herd and guard herds. Calm animals, with noble manners and a sense of dignity. Brave, smart, obedient, able to make a decision in a difficult situation without the order of the owner. Vigilant watchman, needlessly not raising alarms. Suspicious, from the point of view of a dog, people will be stopped without malice, but decisively. This ancient breed of herd guard dog comes from the sheepdogs of the Abruzzo region, which, thanks to the actively flourishing sheep breeding there, are used to this day, and the sheepdogs that previously existed in the Tuscan Maremma and in Lazio. By the middle of the 19th century, seasonal movements of cattle from one area to another led to the natural crossing of these two breeds. Thus, there is no certainty in which part of Italy this breed originated. There were fierce debates on this topic. Therefore, the Florentine professor Giuseppe Solero in the mid-1860s gave the breed a double name. The first breed registration was for 4 dogs in 1898. For many years there were no further registrations. In 1940, 17 dogs were registered. The first breed standard was drawn up in 1924 by Luigi Grappi and Giuseppe Solero. Until 1958, the Pastore Maremmano, or Maremma Shepherd Dog, and the Pastore Abruzzese, or Abruzzi Sheepdog, were considered separate breeds. The Abruzzese Pastor Society was founded in 1950, and the Maremmano Society in 1953. On January 1, 1958, the breeds were united by the National Association of Dog Breeders of Italy. The explanation given is that the natural fusion of the two types occurred as a result of the movement of dogs due to the movement of herds of sheep from one region to another, especially after the unification of Italy. Until 1860, the mountains of Abruzzo and the plains of the Maremma lay in different countries. While in some older publications the Maremmano and Abruzzi are mentioned as independent breeds combined in the Maremmano Abruzzo, it has been noted that short-haired Maremmanos have only been observed during the winter months. The Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog is still widely used by Italian sheep farmers in areas where predation is common, such as the Apennines in central Italy, and the open areas of national parks in Abruzzo. Dogs have also been used for animal protection in Australia, Canada and the United States. Dogs used to guard the herd are placed among the sheep as young puppies, not more than 40 days old, in order to become attached to them. Human contact is reduced to the necessary minimum. If there are already guardian dogs in the pack, the puppy imitates their behavior and learns from it. Traditionally, the Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog is used with sheep, but dogs can form a similar bond with cattle and have been used to protect them. Small numbers have been used since 2006 on Middle Island, near Warrnambool, in Victoria, Australia, to protect a small population of little penguins from foxes. In Patagonia, they were used to protect sheep from cougars. Appearance. Maremma is a strong and hardy dog. The growth of an adult male reaches 73 centimeters, weight is from 35 to 45 kilograms, and females from 60 to 68 centimeters, and from 30 to 40 kilograms, respectively. The color of these shepherd dogs is exclusively white, lemon, light red and pale beige shades of wool are allowed. Maremmas have a thick coat with a thick undercoat. The large muzzle resembles a bear's. These shepherd dogs have large V-shaped floppy ears. The Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog is very attached to the human family in which he lives. Some breeds are strongly attached to one person, others to all members of the human family, others may have a friendly attitude towards all people in general, and the fourth may not have close ties even with the owner. Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog is attached to all members of the human family in which he lives. The Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog treats strangers with suspicion and wariness. The attitude of any dog to strangers strongly depends on the breed of the pet, but even more strongly this attitude depends on the upbringing and socialization of a particular individual, while socialization in the early puppyhood of a pet is especially important in this regard. At the same time, the Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog gets along great with children. However, regardless of the dog's friendly attitude towards children, a dog of any breed should not be left alone with small children. Some breeds of dogs are more relaxed about the behavior of young children, and may not pay attention to semantics of children. However, it should be understood that dogs of all breeds, no matter how friendly they are, should be with children only under the supervision of the owner or adults, since in addition to the qualities of the breed in relation to children, there are also the individual characteristics of each dog, its upbringing and previous experience in communicating with children. Even these relationships are largely influenced by the behavior of children. With other dogs, Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog also finds a common language quite well, and they get along well with each other, if, of course, other dogs show similar behavior. Different breeds of dogs treat their own kind differently. Some dogs will play and interact in every possible way with dogs they meet or live with. Other breeds may try to dominate, or even attack similar four-legged ones. At the same time, the relationship between dogs can be very different from how a dog will react to people. The behavior of a dog in relation to other dogs and people depends, not only on the breed, but also on the socialization of a particular individual. Communication. Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog with small pets such as hamsters, domestic rats, squirrels, chinchillas and other rodents should be limited. Cats can get along. Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog is not suitable for those who get a dog for the first time. Some dog breeds are easier to keep and train, while others are more independent and even assertive and require an experienced owner. This breed needs an experienced owner to prevent dominance and overprotection problems. Due to the thick coat and high activity of the Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog, it is not suitable for keeping in an apartment. A country house is much more preferable for keeping such a breed. It should also be borne in mind that they do not tolerate loneliness and cannot be left alone for a long time. The quality and quantity of wool allow the Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog to comfortably endure cold and short-term heat, but very high temperatures are no longer safe for the four-legged. Active loads should be avoided in the warm season. Tendency to bark. Among other things, breeds differ in the level of noise, or rather, in the frequency of their barking. Some breeds can bark all the time without stopping, and never get tired of barking at every stranger or strange dog that passes by your house or by herself. Other breeds bark only on business, when it is necessary in her opinion, and still others can only give a voice in exceptional cases. Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog is not prone to unreasonable barking. These dogs also do not stand out with the desire to gnaw. The desire to gnaw and taste everything is common to puppies of all breeds, but as adults, different breeds have varying degrees of propensity to explore the world with their teeth. Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog is not prone to such pranks. Activity and energy level. According to the level of charge and activity, breeds can also be divided into active and calm or even lazy. An active dog will require constant walks, training and frequent mental stimulation from you. Calm and less energetic dogs will be happy with short walks around the house and will gladly share your desire to lie on the couch at home. This feature should be taken into account when choosing a pet, since the unfulfilled needs of an active animal will be realized at home on the things and objects of your home. The amount of energy in the dog also determines with what desire and for how long the dog will play games with you or with your child under your supervision. The Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog is a very active and enterprising dog. This is one of the reasons why she is not well suited for keeping in an apartment. In addition, many breeds have an innate desire to chase moving objects and animals. The degree of this desire may vary from breed to breed. If this innate instinct is highly developed in a dog, you need to carefully monitor the pet during a walk and keep it on a leash, since any moving object can provoke the dog to chase, even if it is a car that can harm the animal. At such moments the dog can disobey the call of the owner and switch all your attention to the moving target. In addition, such breeds pose an additional danger to small domestic animals and birds. The Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog is absolutely not prone to chasing other animals or moving objects. Passion for vagrancy and love of freedom. Some breeds have a tendency to cover long distances on their fours, for which they were bred, so these dogs, following their instinct, will not miss the opportunity to escape from you and run a couple of kilometers, despite your calls. Sled dogs, hounds and bloodhounds are mainly inclined to such walks. Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog does not have this habit. Tendency to drool. The amount of saliva produced depends on the characteristics of the breed. Some breeds salivate so much that they can leave marks on the carpet, on the sofa, on the floor and on you. Other breeds also salivate, but this happens in much less quantities. The Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog has a tendency to salivate and leave hair behind. The amount of dog hair in your home and on your clothes depends a lot on what breed you choose. Some breeds shed all year round, others only seasonally, others hardly shed. This characteristic of the breed can be important depending on where you plan to keep the pet, whether members of your family are allergic to animal hair, and how important it is to you in general. General health of the breed on a 10-point scale. The general health of dogs of this breed, and the possibility of the appearance of genetic diseases in them can be assessed on a 10-point scale of 10 points. That is, they are very healthy dogs with a minimum number of genetically predisposed diseases. The average lifespan of the Maremmano Abruzzese Sheepdog is 11 to 14 years.